I'm Cory, founder of Auto Advisor. Before you let any AI tool touch your customers and your repair orders, you should know exactly what happens to your data. So let me show you how we protect it and how to grade any vendor. Here is the honest version of the question every owner is really asking before they connect an AI tool to their shop. If I let this software read my customer list, my repair orders, and my schedule and write back into the system I already run, what happens to that data? And who else can see it? It is the right question. You are not buying a gadget. You are handing over the operating record of your business. So let me show you exactly how your data is protected and give you a checklist to grade any vendor. Let me start with the short answer because it cuts through all the acronyms. Data is safe when three things are true. One customer can never see another's data. The data is encrypted in transit and at rest, and you can take it out or delete it yourself. Everything else is detail. Auto Advisor is built so all three are the default, not an option you have to go find and switch on. The most important one is the first. One shop can never see another. When many businesses share the same software, the weak way to keep them apart is in application code, where a developer has to remember a filter on every query. The strong way is to enforce it in the database itself, so the fence holds even if a piece of code forgets. Auto Advisor uses the strong way. Every tenant table runs row-level security with a fail-closed policy. The app connects with a restricted role that cannot bypass it, and the tenant identity is read back on every request to catch the rare pooling case before any row is returned. A two-tenant test proves the fence holds on every single change. Number two is encryption, and the part that actually matters. Your traffic is encrypted in transit, and your stored data is encrypted at rest. The detail worth understanding is how the most sensitive secrets are handled. The credentials that let us talk to your shop software or your dealer DMS. Those are never stored in our database. They live in Google's Secret Manager, encrypted with AES 256 keys Google manages, and the database holds only a reference that is never written to a log. An attacker with a copy of the database does not get the keys to your systems. Number three is who can do what inside your own account. What a person can see and do is decided by their role, and that role is resolved from our own directory, not trusted from whatever a login token claims. That is the difference between a real permission system and one an attacker can talk their way around. And the two actions that can actually hurt you, deleting the workspace and exporting all of its data, are owner only. They need a typed confirmation and your second factor when 2FA is on. Number four, the AI itself runs on a leash. An agent that can act on your business is only safe if you decide how much rope it has. So every agent runs in one of three modes you set. Off, where it does nothing. Approve, where it drafts the action and waits for a human to click yes. Or auto, where it acts on its own inside the policy you defined. You can change your mind any morning before the bays open. And the numbers it reports, your KPIs, your dollars, are computed by tested code, not invented by the language model. So you never get a hallucinated figure presented as fact. Its spending is capped per shop, per day, enforced in the database. So a runaway request can never run up an open-ended bill. Number five is the fear behind the whole question, and it deserves a direct answer. Auto Advisor does not use your data to train any public AI model and does not sell it. The agents read your data only to do your work inside your account, and the model provider does not train on data sent through its API. Your customer list is an asset of your business, not training fuel for someone else's. Number six, a vendor that makes it hard to leave is telling you something. Auto Advisor puts both controls in your own hands. From settings, a workspace owner can download a complete machine-readable copy of the shop or dealership data. your customers, vehicles, repair orders, schedule, parts, vendors, leads, call records, and agent activity in a file you own with no ticket and no waiting. And from the same place, an owner can permanently delete the entire workspace and everything in it. That deletion cascades to every record and is real erasure, not a hidden flag that keeps your data around. You confirm by typing the workspace name and with your second factor if you have it on, so it can never happen by accident. Number 7. Honest software runs on a few outside services, and you deserve to know which. We use a small, vetted set of sub-processors to run the platform: the database and authentication host, the cloud host, the AI model provider, the voice provider for the phone agent, and a public business research tool used only on public listings. Each one receives only the data its function needs, and the full list, with exactly what each gets, is published on our privacy page. A vendor that will not name its sub-processors is asking you to trust a black box. So here is the part you can actually use on anyone, us included. Ask any AI vendor these 9 questions. Is isolation enforced in the database or only in code? Is my data encrypted in transit and at rest? And where do my credentials live? Inside my account, who can do what? And are delete and export gated to the owner plus a second factor? Can the AI write without my approval? And can I set each agent off, approve first, or automatic? Then, do you train a public model on my data or sell it? Can I download a complete copy myself anytime? Can I permanently delete it myself? And is it real erasure? Who are your sub-processors? And how do you verify your security? And what is honestly not yet in place? The point is not a perfect answer to all 9. It is a vendor who answers all 9 plainly, without getting defensive. Vagueness is the red flag. And on that last question, let me hold myself to it. The fastest way to lose your trust would be to claim a certification we do not hold. So, plainly, AutoAdvisor has not yet completed a third-party SOC 2 audit or external penetration test. We are a small team. What we do today is run a structured internal audit, 4 adversarial reviews of the actual code, plus live tests against the running system. And the most recent one found no critical or high issues on the live platform. A formal third-party audit is on the roadmap before we serve enterprise customers, and we will tell any partner exactly where we stand. One last thing on why it is built this way. AutoAdvisor was built by Cory Salisbury, with engineering experience at Tesla, SpaceX, and Rivian, where an autonomous system has to be safe, has to show its work, and always keeps a human in the loop. Those are the same rules we put on your data. Safe data is not a promise. It is a design. Before, you hesitate to connect anything because you do not know what happens to your data. After, you can see exactly where it lives, who can touch it, and that you can take it back or erase it whenever you want. That is what earns the trust. If you want to see how the system handles your data on your own numbers, there is a live demo. No login, nothing to install, at autoadvisorpartners.com/demo. And the full detail is on the security and data. That's life after the system. The busy work handled, and your team free to do the work only people can do. See it on your shop floor at AutoAdvisor Partners.